you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it. Go on and take your aim. Yeah. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the gas, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing. Yeah. I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quite so thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the
What up, man?
I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas now.
Trapaholics Mixtapes.
As the 9% and word would say, make a better you, a better us.
Give them what they ask for.
Who do you think you are? I'm the word. Boy, I'm the one who put in the work.
When I move, it's in a quick rumble. I will never ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title. We about to get into it. Hey, man, it feel good to be back, man. I missed y'all. What to do with the businesses, man? Hey, I was trying to stream on the Tick and the Talk too, but I couldn't figure it out in time, and I still wanted to come on because I promised Tay I'd be on, even though she probably went to sleep. Yeah, we about to get more consistent coming back. Had enough rest, had enough. You know, I had to rebuild my brain from all this brain rot to be going on. But now I'm back. But yeah, so let's get right into it. What up though, y'all? What up though, Edward? What up, fam? Appreciate you, Prez. What it do with the business is, Prez? What it do, Prez? Appreciate you, fam. 755. Hey baby, I be in the bushes, man. I be in the bushes. I've been chilling. But I'm always there. I'm almost back to normal. I got a whole bunch of stuff to do around the house, whole bunch of responsibilities. But as soon as I get done with that, I'll be more consistent supporting people because y'all still rock out with me, man. I still rock out with y'all. I still rock out with y'all, man. I'm happy you did too, 755. I miss y'all, man. Y'all like family. You know, we come on here, we talk, almost every day. We interact with one another. Y'all like family, especially, some of y'all who I really rock out with. Y'all like family to me, man. I appreciate that. Like I said, I missed y'all, man. I missed y'all. But yeah, I've been over on TikTok with Tay rocking out over there. It's a different crowd, but there's a lot of interaction. So, I want to kind of merge the two. I figured out a way to do it. I just got to figure out how to do it. I figured out I can do it. I just got to figure out how to do it now. So I'm going to work on that. But I'm going to be more consistent, at least 2 to 3 days a week. I'm shooting for like the mid of the week, like Tuesday, Thursday. I'm going to try to knock out those 2 days. And one day on the weekend, I don't know, Saturday or Sunday, whatever. Spending quality time with the family. That's what I've been doing. My kids getting older. It's getting warmer outside, activities and stuff. Yeah, but I do want to come talk to y'all about this topic because y'all know me, man. I kind of speak in parables at times. I don't like to tell people what they should do. I just like to give them the information so they can make their own decision. So this question, if you can answer this question, it'll become the solution to a lot of problems that many people are affected by, whether it's the war of genders, male versus female, whether it's how to find the right friends, how to know when to separate yourself from family, or even, if it's a romantic relationship. If you can answer this question, you're ahead of the game, right? Because a lot of the problems, especially in relationships, whether it's romantic or friendship, a lot of the problems is that we get valuable things like trust, loyalty, honesty. We get those things to the wrong people, right? And when that happens, then we know what follows it, right? We know what follows a lot of BS, right? When we trust the wrong people, when we are loyal to the wrong people, or when we love the wrong people, bad things happen. Whether it's a romantic relationship or friendship, any interaction with a human being, right? So look, we know it's messed up people out there. We know that. So you're not gonna fix that. That has been like that since the beginning of time. It's gonna be like that until the end of time. It's gonna be messed up people. You can't do nothing about that. But what you can do is equip yourself with the abilities, the skills to identify who's good for you and who's not. And this is one of the key components of that. Can you identify a male or female versus a man or a woman? Can you identify that? The link is pinned in the chat. Feel free to Yeah, Tay over there popping, man. We be having good conversations with Tay over there. Yeah, definitely. You go over there with support, and there's ways you can do it too. 755, like StreamYard, you can use the Stream key if you pay for it. That's why I just paid for it. I wouldn't go pay for it until I was determined to come back because I got too many things now that I'm paying for that I don't use, and this ain't about to be one of them. This is another bill. This shit like $44. But anyway, so being able to identify male, female is key because this is the importance. Because if you can discern the difference between a male, which now think about what I'm saying. All men are males, but all males aren't men. Right? Same thing for females. All women are females, but all females aren't women. So what's the difference between a male and a man or a female and a man? Bud Files, what it do with the business is, fam. I hope the family is good. I hope they're great. Shout out to Bud Files. Hey man, if y'all get riches, y'all know y'all can drop y'all links in the chat so people can connect. If they listen to it live or if they, on a replay and they look at the chat, they can see a link and check you out. Feel free to drop them. But Can you tell the difference between the two? What is a male? A male is a species, a sex in the species, right? We know what a male is. Like I said, all men are male. So a male, I'm gonna give you another definition. So if you look it up, it'll tell you it's a sex in the species, basically, right? But for this conversation purposes, and when you are discerning between the two, a male is an underdeveloped man. That's what a male is. It's underdeveloped. So we all start off as males or females. We all start off as that. But through time and experience, we tend to mature. We tend to develop. Dee dee, dee 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 dee. What up, though, Dee Dee? You know, with time, we tend to mature. We tend to develop. That's when we become a man. So if you want to say we go from boys to men, that's fine. I'm using male to separate the under or the undeveloped men from the developed men, right? We just go use two different concepts, male and men, right? So underdeveloped. So what areas? So I just want to give context. So if anybody want to hit the link or anybody want to comment in the chat, that's the context. You know, I gave you the key, how to tell the difference. So the question is, can you tell the difference between men or males and females that's underdeveloped versus a man or woman who are fully developed? Now, I just gave you the developed part, the mature part. It's different phases in life. Let's say it like this. It's different phases in life that we all have to develop in. We talked about all this before. If y'all rock out with me, then, you know, I talked about this before. I talk about it often, actually. But it's different phases in life. I count 9. When I did the show, I gave y'all 9. What's good, 9? Tay each y'all. What up, though? That's the queen of the 9. What it do with the business is. Yeah, I think the link should be pinned. If not, I know I couldn't find the stream key before I had to start the show. I was just telling them that. I'm going to find it. After I end this, I'm going to figure out how to find the stream key. I downloaded the TikTok live creator. I downloaded all that and still couldn't find the stream key in time. But I wanted to start the show because I said if I start any later, I'm not going to do it. So I said it's just best to start it and just be over here. And then tomorrow, I'll figure it out tonight or tomorrow so I can be on both. I definitely figure it out because I think this, you know, it is, like I said, TikTok, they interact even more. So we'd probably have people on the panel by now. But that's the key. Can you tell if the person is developed? And this is how it stops a lot of those issues or is a solution for all those problems, whether if it's dealing with someone romantically, if it's a friendship, if it's any type of interaction with a person. This is key because if you dealing with someone who underdeveloped, you know what comes with that. They childlike mind. And that's me just being nice about it. They have a childlike mind. What do I mean by that? They're not developed. So you cannot no longer put expectations on them that you will put on a developed person. That's like giving a child responsibilities that you need an adult to have. Like you want a 10-year-old doing your surgery? No. So why would you give this underdeveloped male loyalty? Why would you give this underdeveloped male love? Why would you give him your time? See, you can cut a lot of the BS out. These problems aren't really problems. It's just you're not equipped to deal with it. We're not taught how to perceive if other people are developed or not. That's not even mentioned. No one ever really mentioned that. No one has never mentioned that to me. When I was complaining, like, hey, man, this person did this. They'd be like, well, baby, you know, there's people out there. You can't trust everybody. That's what I got. No one ever said, well, that's your fault because you was dealing with an underdeveloped person. If I would have heard that, I would have been like, damn, you know what? You're right. I need to pick and choose a little. I need be a little better at picking and choosing, because that's just the reality. You have underdeveloped people, and it's gonna be like that to the end of time. Most people don't cultivate themselves. Back in the day, that was the thing, but now you don't need all that. You don't need self cultivation. Working on your character. Like, people don't even value character that much. They for the man, it's how you look, can you shake your butt. For the women, is how much money you make and how much money you got and how much money you make. That's what most people value. I'm not saying all, just saying most. Most people don't be like, well, yeah, he's a bus driver, but he got a hell of a character. Let me give him a shot. Most people don't be like, oh, she's a single mom, but she has a hell of a character. Let me give her a shot. No, people don't look at stuff like that. They don't look at the character. This society is so judgmental now. You look at what people been through, but never ask why. Like, damn, why did they go through that? Okay, yeah, she's a single mom, but why? Did she, trust the wrong person? Was she younger, immature? And you know what I'm saying? It's reasons why things happen. And we can all admit, like, hey, we made bad decisions before. We all can say that we made bad decisions, but it's not about the bad decisions you made. It's about how did you fix it? How did you correct it? What did you learn from it? Because life is built in cycles. Whatever you go through today, you will go through it later. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's even more. But life is about cycles. Things repeat. Rinse, recycle, repeat. That's how life is. So dealing with a backstabbing person, if you don't learn the first time, you're going to experience more. And it might be more severe next time. That's the thing. You used to, I'm asking Tay, you saying you used to look at character till character didn't do nothing for you? And see, that's the thing too. Is like, when we talk about character, that can be a broad subject too, because somebody can be nice, but nice don't do shit. Nice don't get shit done. Like, I'm not a nice person at all. I am polite, I'm cordial, but I'm not nice. I'm not a nice person. So even like judging character, it takes time and experience, because what we think is, I say it like this, what I thought was good character when I was 20, now that I'm 41, is more naive. It was more just me being naive. Like, I'd rather for a person to be honest than to be nice. When I was 20, I used to want people to be nice. But now I prefer a person to be honest, because a person can be nice and lie. Person can be nice and be untruthful. But even if the honesty is brutal, it's still honest. No matter how honest is delivering, it's still honest. Okay, hold on. The link is dropped. I gotta get your email. I can just send you the thing, and that way, anytime I use StreamYard, if we over here or over there, you can. Yeah, like, even, yeah, it's, and people, I don't know, bro. It's simply complex, like the thumbnail said. It's simply complex, especially when you're talking about a person's character. because some things that people will probably perceive as negative is actually positive. When it comes to people character, like people mistake confidence for arrogance, and two totally different things. Most people can't, tell if somebody's being confident or arrogant. And like I said, people are nice and polite. They do all that shit for a reason, bro. And if the reason is out of malice or, to get you to let your guard down, then that shit don't mean nothing. All that niceness, all that politeness. And people do that, because that's what it entails. It makes you feel at ease. Hey, you gotta go to a different stream. Hold on, let me go to the other stream. Hold on. I don't even know what stream I'm on right now. Let's see. Okay, yeah, you ain't in there. So hold on. Well, you ain't gonna be able to click it. But it's another stream. Go to my channel and go to the other and go to live and go down to the other stream. Yeah, because if you're on a vertical, it's not gonna let you click it. Leticia, what it do? What the business is, Leticia? Leticia is in the building. What it do? I know I ain't been on here in a minute. What's been popping? They've been going crazy over there in that sector, man. I've been listening, but I ain't getting in that shit. What what else, baby?
What's good?
That was hollering at Leticia for a minute. Yeah, man, I couldn't find the stream key in that thing, but I'm gonna figure it out because I know it's in there somewhere. I did it. I thought it'd be easy, and I had went out and smoked before I went live, so I only had like 10 minutes. I was like, oh, I can pop a stream key in here, and couldn't find the damn thing. I done watched 3 YouTube videos on how to locate it, still couldn't find
Yeah, the stream is vertical, and you dropping the link. I just went to your post. I said, let me go to the post because
it. Yeah, I'm streaming on
you
both
can't
vertical
you
and
can't
landscape.
click. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
on vertical, so that's why
yeah.
I wouldn't click. I couldn't like just click the link and get up.
Yeah, I ended up paying for it again because I had to pay for it to use the stream key. So I was like, let me just pay for it, and then I can go, both. But yeah, I got to get back over there. They were having some good conversations. It was like people trying to pull me on the panel. I'm like, no, I'm good, bro. I don't feel like talking to y'all tonight.
Uh, yeah. But this is what I was gonna say to what you were saying is that then you got some people like me who gave people chances, people who had character and stuff like that. And because some people get lucky. They meet people and they go off potential and it actually works. And they
Hmm.
create a multi-dollar business. Like I know people that went off potential and they are living pretty good. Like they have a business and they're doing pretty well. But then you have somebody like me who I went off potential, and every time potential just made it was so bad for me because he destroyed, like I wouldn't say, oh, I was living just great, but I was in a good spot, and then a guy come through and he just tears me down. Like,
And see, now let me ask you this: like, even when like, how did you identify the potential?
huh?
Like, like, when you identify potential in people, what exactly did you see?
I wouldn't say I would see. It was more so me speaking to people because back then I was a little, I guess, naive. And so I would just, if a guy was saying something right, like stuff that I wanted to hear, and it just seemed like he had the motivation, then I was all for it. Like I was 10 toes down.
And see that's what a lot of females experience. Like I watch like my best friend, like she I call her can't get right. It's like she couldn't get that aspect right. Like everything else in life, she got right instead of. But it was always, and I told her, I said, guys, like this is the thing about it, man. Right? This is how you know if the potential is real or not. A man only go accept assistance. Right? Ain't gonna let you do nothing for him. So, like, if I got a job, I might, okay, shit, can you drop me off? And that's only for a period of time until, because I'm looking at the sacrifice you made just by dropping me off. And I'm like, you know what? I can't burden my girl like that. Let me get a vehicle. So a
But
man
that's
is
the help that I would do, stuff like that. Like I'm not, yeah.
like a man ain't gonna take from you without adding. So when
Mm-hmm.
that be the thing, if it's consistent taking and nothing added, then that's one way to identify. And potential is just that. And that's like I think we had this conversation before when I was saying like women always see like they see potential in guys, but
Mm-hmm.
because and that's y'all nurturing spirit, you can see something in somebody they can't see in themselves. Right? You can see the flower before it blossom and bloom. You can see how the flower
Mm-hmm.
will look, but there's no guarantee that flowers go blossom and bloom because it's still effort and will. Like you can see all the right things in person, but if they don't see it in themselves, just not gonna
It
happen.
ain't gonna work.
No, it ain't
But
going.
that's what I'm saying is like I was the woman that would give people the chance now, like how you say, oh, women nowadays, it's all about money, this and that. Unfortunately, because of my experiences, that has destroyed potential for me. So, and then the age I am now, it's just kind of like I'm not really going on what you're trying to say. What have you done the years you've been alive? You know what I mean? Like,
And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because that's experiences in life, and that's where it led you. Especially when you talk about the age factor. Now, if you was younger, you know what I tell you? I tell you this is where you messed up at. You just selected the wrong people. What you're doing is right. You just did it for the wrong person, right? But now
mhm.
it's understandable. Like you can't put yourself. It's about the older we get, the more we start, like I like to call it, liability. We start looking at what's a liability. Okay, I don't have time for this no more. I don't have time to correct this. I've been through this, learned from it. This is the best route for me. So the best route for you is a polished, like someone who's already polished, versus someone who needs polish. And that's for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. People need to be like, oh, you need to lower your expect. No, you don't, bro. No, you don't. I don't believe in settling with shit. So, especially when you have a journey, you know what I'm saying? But like younger people, always rap to them like, look, you experiencing that because you selecting the wrong people. But as you get older, you have to cut the liabilities. There's some things that it might be 60-40, 60% chance that I'm reliving the same experience, 40% chance I'm not, or vice versa. 60% chance this is not the same experience. 40% it is. I'm still roll with that 40%. Like I'm not go deal with the shit. Not go chance it because my liability coverage is I'm older, so I got more responsibility, more people, so I got to cut my liability. So if it's something similar, I'm gonna treat it like it's the same. That's what happens when you get older, though. It should happen.
Yeah.
You stop taking risk and you start defining what you desire. You start defining it.
Yeah, so people can get mad or whatever. It's just I done been through I've been through too much, so it's like now I'm not really looking for nobody on character. I mean, yeah, I ain't gonna say not character because I feel like, yeah, character is important for me anyway, but it has to be other things that go along with character.
So, like, when you say, what's your ideal of character? Like, when you think of character, what is your ideal?
My idea of someone who has character is emotionally stable, um, not easily angered, um, funny. I like a little humor, grounded. Mm, dang, you on it, cause I don't know. That's a good question. And I was
What
thinking that I really need to just write down what
because
exactly.
this is why I asked that, because when I would mention, like, people say like high value man. When you say high value man, um, most people it associates to finance. But I think of more like high character. Hold on, what the heck? There you go. I don't
The
know what happened.
accident fell off. What you say? I couldn't hear.
So, like, most of the time, like when you say high value man, you think of finances. Like, this person make a lot of money. So when we say high character, for some reason, most people disassociate like finance from character. Like, you can't have both. And I beg to disagree, because I think a person who is like highly motivated, highly driven, like that's what you need to be financially, stable. So I think character is plays. I think finances, like, a person with, like, because they have a good character. I don't think you have to disassociate income or money, or because that person, like, think about like a high character man. When it comes to a female, he's going to want to take care, protect, and provide for that female.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd be driven. Like, I mean, I know men who did it on a higher level than me. But even me, for example, when I first met my wife, I was still in school. I wasn't making money, and once I seen, like, I wanted to provide. Like, once I was determined, like, I'm going to marry her, I was like, well, she make good money by herself. I need to provide for her. So I went into real estate. I made more money than her. I went into life
Mm-hmm.
insurance. I now made more money. So, like, me just being a highly driven person and me wanting to do better for her, that's part of my character. I wanted to be better because of her. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she added to me. So, like, I don't think finances should be eliminated from a person's
I
character.
think that's what a
But
real man does. Who want to see
yeah,
that woman? Who would want to see that woman just burning herself out? But you got some dudes that'll sit up there and watch a woman burn herself out for real and won't help.
and see, and that right there, to me, like, when I talk about, like, identifying males, and like male from man and female from man, like, I use 9 categories, but I say 3 for people to just make the cut. One is automatic, right? Like, we all grow through age. So the physical maturity or the physical development is given. That does not make you a man or a woman, but mental, a mentally mature person. That's one of the things. Another one is emotionally mature, right? Like you said, can a man, especially when it comes to men, are you able to regulate your emotions? Because emotions can go from high to low at any time. And me being a protector and a provider, I can't lose my cool and put myself in a position where I cannot protect and provide for my family. So that I have to be emotionally responsible, because shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can go out to the store and somebody can say something crazy, and then I just lose it. And this person is not valuable to no one. And now
Mm-hmm.
I just threw my life away or my freedom away because of this idiot. So I had to learn. I had to learn that. I had to mature. I had to develop to become because I was a firecracker. I was the one who was like, I'm gonna touch you. So I had to do that. Financially is another aspect. And am I financially mature? People need to learn, especially if you're going to use something, you need to know how it works. So most people don't learn financial literacy, just the basics. How you spend it, how you make it. Most people don't even know debt to income ratio. They don't know what the fuck they debt to income ratio is. That's why they get in debt problems, you know. Another one is sexually mature. Because if I'm gonna be in a relationship with a person, I shouldn't have to worry about if they immature and going around banging and bringing stuff home. I shouldn't have to worry about that. Right? But there's ways you can identify it. I mean, people, it takes time. It's nothing, there's no instant answer. So it does take time, but with that time that you know it takes, you have to protect yourself while you allow people to present themselves. You know, so
With
making oh go ahead.
no, my bad. Go ahead. You can go. You can finish.
So I was just gonna add, so like when people like I was on TikTok earlier, and what's that? The older gentleman who sell the phones, he a dating coach, so he was
Oh,
talking.
Grammy.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna get up there and rock out with him one day. Um, but he said he's a dating coach, and I don't knock nobody's hustle or nothing like that. But to me, it never made sense to get a dating coach. That's why I don't call myself or say I do dating coach because dating is just to get to know someone.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're just getting to know someone, I don't, not my personal
What's the
opinion,
whole
you shouldn't
point?
be, yeah, you shouldn't be having
What?
smecks. You shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, like
You know
what
what I'm
y'all?
saying?
What's the purpose of this? What y'all gonna do eventually?
Because if you do that process right, then it'll go a lot smoother when you are in a relationship. But
You
most
got
people
people out here
say,
that are serial daters too. That they
yeah,
just date. That's it. But
hmm
what I was gonna say is that one thing about it is that I've experienced a lot. So now one thing that I know is after meeting somebody, I can see if they're a good fit for me or not immediately. I know
hmm
right off the bat. Then my issue is that sometimes I know the person is not a good fit and they'll be asking to be in my presence. And my problem is that I've noticed I should have said no or I should have just dismissed myself from the whole situation. But I let the person invite themselves into, you
you let them
know,
get closer. Yeah.
yeah, knowing that it wasn't gonna work. And then at the end of the day, what does it do? It turned out exactly how I thought it wasn't gonna work because I pointed out everything immediately. Like I be knowing. So that'd be my fault. But I be feeling like um the universe put you through test to see like, okay, you gonna fall for this? Are you more mature now? Can you pick out? Can you understand certain things? I'm telling you, I be going through a test. I don't know about anybody else out here, but I'm sure y'all do. But
Yeah.
I be going through tests, and the universe be testing me just to see, like, okay, is your
Are
ass
you
gonna
ready for the
fall for
next
this?
level?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, are you ready for the next level? That's how I mean. Life is a test in itself. But since you kind of segue to the prompt that I was going to put on TikTok. Let me ask you this: I'm gonna put you on the hot seat. Can you expect from yourself what you expect from other people? Like
I
when you look at
can.
other people, you can.
Yes, what I expect from other people because you got and this is just me. The only reason I say this is me is because you gotta think I'm a life path 8, the infinity sign. So what you give to me, I give back.
Mm,
But that's me though. But I'm saying yes. So yeah, I can't be somebody that can just take or let somebody do something and then I can't give back. I think the same thing, like you say, for a man. A man can't sit and just let a woman do everything. I feel like if she's a real woman can't just sit and let her man do everything either.
Man, my wife, like when you said that, it just reminded me of my wife. Because I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off this weekend trying to get all this stuff done. And my wife was like, man, sit down. I do the, give me the chainsaw. I'm like, hell no. She was like, if you can do it, I can. She's like, I got both eyes. I'm like, man, fuck out of here. Like, you still can't do it, even if you can see it. But that's how she is. I'd be like, 'cause I don't like her going in the basement. Like when she was pregnant with my, she had a miscarriage before she got pregnant with my daughter.
Mm.
And when she was pregnant with my daughter, I had a very vivid dream that she was going downstairs with a laundry basket and fell and lost the baby. And ever since
Mm.
then, I never let her carry anything up or down the stairs, even though she ain't pregnant no more. It's just, I'm used to it now. So I start washing all the clothes. She used to wash the clothes before that. And we got a laundry chute too. So we can just send stuff down there. But, it'd be like bigger stuff like blankets and shit. Um, so I don't let her. So I was like, I'll just wash our clothes. You fold them. So I wash them and she fold them. So we got a little system now.
Teamwork.
But I don't like her going downstairs like carrying nothing. Um,
But
so
yeah,
yeah,
as much as I sometimes be wanting to be those women that literally don't lift a finger and don't do nothing for their husband and their husband do
mm,
everything for them. I ain't gonna lie, I be despised. I be like, dang. I be despising that a little bit, but then me, it just something inside of me. I just can't sit. I have to do something. Even if it's something small, I have to do it. Cause it make me feel
I
like I'm giving back.
like when it come to especially like stuff around the house. Like I got kids, so they tear like I'm a end up. I do like a spot clean where I pick everything up. Like in the morning, my wife will come through and do all the vacuuming. I don't want to run it when they sleep. So it's like we got a system. But I look at stuff
Y'all
like,
a
man, let me do
team.
this.
That's how it's supposed to
Yeah.
be.
I look at it like, man, let me do this before my wife do it. Like every morning, like every morning when I wake up, I don't have to ask her for coffee. Like she wake up every morning, wash my coffee. I wash my coffee thing out probably like once or twice a week. She wash that shit out every morning. I'd be like, bro, you ain't gotta wash it every morning. It's just coffee in there. Same thing. She'd be like, no, I have to wash it. And she had to wash it with bleach. I'd be like, man, just rinse that shit good. But that's like
It's gonna
she said
stain.
she bought a whole separate dresser because I have problems like seeing what things are when they, especially when they bunched up and close together. So like finding my
Mm-hmm.
clothes, man. She was like, look, I'm gonna make this easier. She went and bought another dresser. I had to, it's not a big dresser. It's like one for my kids, or something. But just for like my socks, drawers, she was like, so you know where all this stuff at? She hung all my shirts up, like even my t-shirts. She hung that up. We got a big, closet. So she was like, and I'm not even a closet person. Like most of the clothes, I got my suits in the room downstairs in the closet. I got my own closet for my suits because they got to be certain, And I like the cold temperature, keep the leather on my shoes tight in the basement. I got gators, so I got to keep them in a certain temperature. So it's like perfect. You know what I'm saying? I got some gators down there. So,
He
but
fancy now.
she makes sure all my stuff tight. She look out for me. You know what I'm saying? She color code my shit. I'd be like, bro, I don't do all that. She'd be like, but you can't see it, so all the dark should go from dark to light. I'd be like, bro, you a nerd. But it's like, man, I love that she do that because I pay attention to her like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Like she come home and she like take her watch off and I plug it up, make sure it's charged in the morning, just little stuff like that.
Yep.
I make she come home. I clean her water bottle at night. So she bought her ice machine. I make sure that shit full of ice before she come home. Just little stuff like that. And when you do it so much, it becomes like routine. I don't even think about it. It just stuff get done.
She probably don't even think about it because she's so used to you doing it. But I'm sure she's thankful for it because that's one
Hmm.
less thing she have to worry about.
Like my dad, man, I learned that my dad, he ironed my mama's scrub. I'd be like, bro, you work a full time job. You come home and he makes sure her lunch, because my mom worked like the 7 p to 7 a. So he'll work up until 5. First thing he do when he come home is make sure her scrubs ironed, make sure her lunch is packed. Before he rests or relax or do anything, I watched this man do this for 2 years straight. When I was staying with him when I first got my divorce, I'm watching him and I'm looking like, bro, you a machine.
What do
But
you
he
say
made
to
sure
people that say that that you a simp when you do something like that?
hey, you can't simp for your I can't simp for my wife. And then like when I think I'm like
Well,
shit, you
what
see
was
what I'm
before she was your wife?
even before she was my wife, we still was team. That's the home team. How can I simp when I'm getting just as much back in return? How is that a simp? Usually a simp is when you give and don't get receive nothing. See, like people use these concepts and just try to, you know, allocate other things to it. No, I'm just in tune. We're just in tune with one another because they're not capable of it because they selfish most of the time, or they in it not to be in a relationship, but more in it to get the benefits from the other person.
Right.
It's not about us. It's about me. That's why I say
Okay.
that
Okay.
that independent mindset. You can't have that independent mindset while you're in a relationship because your mindset is how you perceive things. How you perceive things is how you will go about it. So in a relationship, when you have that independent mindset, you tend to look at minds and theirs. Like we got 4 bank accounts. Two of them is mine that I had before my wife. One of them is hers, and another one is we got a joint. We're on. She's on every bank account that I own. I'm on every bank account that she owns. My wife, even before she spent her money, she'd be like, "Hey, babe, hey, you mind if I get this? You mind if I get that?" I'm like, "Why are you asking me for this little ring?" We just had a drone drop some shit off, and I'm like, my son, like, Dad, look at this, and I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" I open the door, it's a damn drone dropping shit off, and my wife called because she, was on the camera, when the drone came in front of the camera. She was like, "Oh, that's that eyebrow pencil I told you about. I bought." And I'm like, "A damn drone? I thought you went to the store and bought it." She was like, "No, I bought it on Amazon. They just dropped it off." And I'm like, "Oh my god,
Yeah, I heard that's supposed to be like normal here soon.
that shit look
The bomb
crazy, man."
dropping. Yeah. hmm People getting groceries dropped off and all of that. I heard that's gonna be the normal thing now. Even though
Man, I
they've
just
been
think,
doing it for a little while now, for a few months, I know at least.
yeah, because they be all in my neighborhood. Everybody be having drone drops. But what the hell is that?
I haven't seen one yet.
I
Right,
seen one
like
on TikTok 2 days
on
ago, and then
TikTok,
I
I
just
have. Yeah.
you see the one when the World War II veteran seen it. He was like, "Oh shit, they dropping bombs."
Nah.
It was so funny. And then when it landed, he was like, "All that for some damn Laffy Taffies." I was
Right.
like, he was like, "Oh shit, they dropping bombs." He looked up and they was like, "Look, Dad, what is that?" And he was like, "Oh shit, they dropping bombs." You
the
heard him
the
scrambling in the background. They was cracking up, man. I would have pissed myself if I seen that, bro.
the only thing is that you can't get a lot of groceries with drone. You can't
Mm-mm.
order like a lot. You can only get a little bit. It looks like, because it can't carry
Man,
all of that.
man, in a minute they gonna have big ass boat drones dropping shit off. It's dope how they do it though. How the little thing release and drop the package off and go back up to the drone and attach and fly off. I was like, oh, that shit look crazy.
And the
Like, it's like some.
Uber and the Uber Eats, the robots that come and deliver the food in the little
What?
cart. Yep. That is a good idea because people dropping your food off is not a good idea. But
Yeah,
that robot, that little robot, like it's a little it's like a car basically, like a small little car. It opens up the food, it'll bring it right to you, and you just walk outside. It'll open up, and then you shut it, and it keep rolling, and keep going.
that'd be dope. Well, man, my mind went different from everybody. Thinking like,
Why?
man, because man, I don't even want to say it on here, but shit, you can get somebody like that. Somebody go like, boom, like, oh shit,
To take somebody's food.
boom, motherfucking door open and your ass. Yeah, let me shut
Man,
up.
AI is crazy right now. It's
The
just gonna
shit
get
they
bigger and bigger.
shit they do with AI, man. But think about this. This is we're just seeing what the public is doing with it. So imagine,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? So you sit back and think like, damn, how long I've been looking at this shit? You probably been watching AI shit since at least 2005.
Yep, you
And
have.
half the shit you thought was real, that shit was AI, bro. They been had that
Hmm.
shit. People be thinking they so significant. Oh, we got AI now. No, they been had that shit. Half of the shit you know, like I mean, shit, man. If you ain't never seen shit in real life, you don't know if it's real or not. And then the
Hmm.
shit you see in real life, you don't know if that shit real or not. You
Hmm.
see, like, them Asian people, you see how they got these things where it make their nose small. Hold on, bro. Like, this shit, I'm looking like, hell no. Let me see if I can pull this up. Like, this look like this dude turned himself into a whole female, and you cannot tell with the little makeup and shit they be doing, but they got prosthetic parts, like noses and chins and shit, and you can't even tell. And I'm like, bro, this some shit they got in the public. What you like? Oh no, man, I'm so happy I'm married, bro. Can you imagine you take somebody home and you know, in the mood, you touch their chin and that bitch fall off or something? Like, what the? I'm gonna get you sucker, man. I don't know if y'all seen that movie, but he been talking about this.
Man, it's crazy. And then the dude, he was sitting there talking to Grok, asking Grok so many questions, having a conversation. And if, like you said, if they putting it in your face, that means they've been playing with this thing for a whole hot minute.
Hell yeah.
And I ain't gonna say what I feel like they doing, but you know, I got a few ideas. I got a few ideas.
I might have been on TikTok. I don't know if I was on.
You trying to find it?
Yeah, man, this Asian dude, you know that
But
K-pop stuff.
but that's how what we getting to the point now where it's gonna be like the shit gonna look really weird real, and you gonna think it's real, and it ain't gonna be real.
Hmm.
It's gonna be fake. And also too, I think we getting away from like news. People gonna be doing their own news.
Yeah, that's how we is now. That's why, like,
And you gonna be thinking something really real when that person doing their own news. And come to find out, it's something totally different.
that's why I was telling my wife, like, bruh, just because it's on something like, and this is where understanding sources is important. like knowing where that shit came from. It's like even if you go out of this country into these other countries, the same story they reporting on here, it'll be different the way they report it over there. You get a whole
Yeah.
different.
Oh, you get a whole different view.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
It's
I think
just
I
like
found it.
if you just like with this war, watch it from the other side.
I got to turn. How do I turn the volume down? I don't know how to turn the volume down on these shorts. Oh, here we go. Let me come back over here now. Now watch this, bro. Oh man, I missed this so much. Like paying for it, I couldn't even share the screen right.
What you call it? Perez said, "Why don't you do OBS?" He said it's 99 cents.
Yeah, it's I got OBS. It's just I gotta learn so much how to shift and transition. This is just more user friendly right now. But I've been planning on months. I've been talking about that for a year, switching over to OBS. Eventually I want to because I mean, but this one right now is just user friendly. Hey, hold on. So look, this motherfucker taking his chin off. Hold on.
Damn.
Hold on, watch this. You see how this ninja look, right? You see how he look?
Yes.
It's a video when they was putting this shit on. I think that was on TikTok. But he taking all this off. Eyelashes came off.
What the fuck?
Look at his nose.
He look like a
This is
different person.
normal for them over there. Like over in Asia, it's normal for men to do this. This is men doing it. And it be men. Hold on, let me see if I can find like a.
So I'm saying you don't know who people are anymore. This shit.
Look at this.
I don't like this. I don't like this era. I'm be honest, I don't.
He don't look nothing. Look at him.
He don't look nothing. Cause they're trying to their face is not symmetrical. And then they're making it
This,
symmetrical.
you ever watch this dude? He be cracking me up.
I ain't never
That
seen him
dude
before.
funny. That dude funny as hell. Okay, they ain't got no more of them. I
Excuse
don't
me.
even know what they call it. Let's see if I type in Asian.
Prosthetics. Facial prosthetics. I don't know.
Hell no, I have to see you doing makeup to believe you look like that. No, that's too dramatic. I want to see one of the ones when they be putting the damn nose and shit on.
Look at her. Look at that girl.
What the fuck? Hell, bruh.
She
Hold
ain't
on,
got no
man.
eyebrows. What was that stuff in her nose?
Packing.
That was to make her. Damn. Now her structure changed completely. Like her face
And I
is
understand,
wow.
like, because my wife do the makeup, so hell no, I have to see the. No, I ain't got to listen to him talk.
Boy, man, y'all think y'all got it tough now, boy. See, I'm not into all of that. When she putting on makeup,
Yeah, she's just putting that like I seen my wife do this girl makeup for her wedding, and my wife is bad as hell with that shit. She got her license and shit in that, but Like that girl looked totally different. And I'd be like, I told her when she was doing that, I said, man, this shit witchcraft. Like she made her jawline thinner and her cheeks like more like not
Mm-hmm.
fuller, but they look more defined and made her nose look. I'm like, how did you do it? I'm thinking like I don't like she was like, it's that's why I keep saying, oh, that's contour. That's I'm like, how did you do that? How did you make her nose? She was like, oh, it's just contour. And I'm like, what the fuck is contour? Like that shit paint, bro.
Yes, contour. Contour the nose, the jaw, the chin.
I want to see when they be adding them. What is that one video? They be adding them prosthetic. Dude put a whole chin and a nose on. It mainly, I haven't seen the women do it. I've seen the men do it. If you make yourself like a female, this is why y'all shouldn't, man. Passport bros my ass.
Man, I think that red pill, blue pill is going away a little bit, right?
You know what? It's played out.
It
It
is.
got played out when they start like really attacking females. Like when they start like shaming females. I think that I seen. Oh no, bro. Okay, I'm done with that anyway. But I seen some videos prior to like all that women shaming thing, and it was good content because it was like even Kevin Samuels, he started off holding men accountable. But you ain't gonna get too much support from men holding men accountable, and you ain't gonna really get too much support from females holding men accountable. You get more of I told you so from the female. So that wasn't lucrative. What was lucrative was holding females accountable, especially black females. It's lucrative to bash black females. It's just lucrative to do so. What up, Nine? The Minister, the General of Defense, the lady of the night. Stop playing with me. Stop
What
playing
up,
with me.
Commander?
What up, Commander?
We've been on
But
TT too much. How she know? She over there? You be over there?
She probably be in the bushes checking it out. I ain't been over there. I ain't been on no panel today. People trying to get me up there, but I wasn't trying to talk to nobody. They had some crazy ass females on there today. It was like two. I'm like, lady, you delusional as hell. I mean, I understand what she
It's
was
some
saying, but
interesting people on there, honestly. Some
yeah,
weirdos, a lot of weirdos, but some interesting people.
yeah. It's like I said, because they willing to engage in conversation.
Hmm.
They willing to engage, but there's a lot of echo chambers over there too. Like if you don't say what they want to
Yeah.
hear, they'll get you up out of there or start. You know, there's a lot of that over there. It was a prompt over there. Why is it wrong for someone to be gay? And I'm looking like, bro, why do you even care if you're gay? If somebody like y'all care too much, man. Y'all look too much. People look for too much validation, and they come to the internet because it's easy to get it on here because you can find a
Man, they
lot.
be triggering. You know
Yeah,
that. They be triggering on here. They do that. That's one thing they do a lot. But I ain't gonna lie, for somebody that's in that type of business or who love to do lives like that, you can make you some pretty good money, especially if you got a good crowd and people donating you.
how much do a galaxy cost?
Shit, like $300.
Are you serious?
No, hold on.
Because this dude earlier, he was like, they was doing like some dating show or something. And he was
Hmm.
like, fellas, if you already been up here, you ain't coming back on my panel unless you send a galaxy. And I'm like, what the fuck is the galaxy? Damn. Sending your ass no $300 to be up here. That shit was funny though. It was like pop the balloon, I guess, or speed dating. I don't know. That shit was funny. This lady popped up and he was like, "Oh, hey, how
Yeah,
you doing?"
A
Like, oh
Galaxy is
shit, bro.
like $15. A
Oh, hey.
15. I'm thinking about like they like $15, $20, something like that. I'm thinking about that Lion. I think that Lion is like 300. That motherfucker bad as shit though. Like one thing I give TT, they play on your what do you call it? Where like when you gamble and you see lights and you see you winning and they play on that type
They
of like
stimulate. Yeah, they
yeah,
stimulate different. It's the interaction aspect. You know, they
yeah.
stimulate the fear of love. Is a couple emotions they stimulate, but is the
The
process of
battle of
interaction.
losing, the fear of
Yeah,
losing. And then they also stimulate like you giving a gift. So when you give a gift, you actually see the gift. So it makes
yeah.
people who enjoy giving and like seeing people happy,
Hmm.
that triggers them and that makes them want to give more.
Especially if the person is responding to it. Yeah,
Yeah, yes. And then like I took like that lion. If somebody give you like a lion, the lion, it's like it is it's like a character. It goes on top of your head, and so it's like you become like a lion, and
you
it
want to hear
sits on
something?
your head for a minute too.
You know what's crazy? If you watch like the little Asian short films, the satire with the live streaming be so fucking accurate and funny because they be
Hmm.
they be having people like, I'm live streaming. Well, let me do this so I can get this. Watch me do this, and I'm look, I got this. I'm better than you because I got so many people in my stream, and you can't get that shit. The satire they use, like with the social media, that should be so fucking funny. It'd be over the top sometimes, but that should be
They
hilarious.
really do.
I'd be like, people are really doing shit like that.
Hmm. And
JJ bark like a dog.
people love that too.
But I wouldn't come in here playing with me tonight because I'm about that life right now.
Uh oh, it's roasting time.
I need a little bit more interaction. Yeah, I'm ready to toast them off. Barbecue a bit.
Uh oh, it's barbecue time.
I will barbecue your bitch ass, JJ. Come in here playing. You better put some respect on the word. I'm drunk off Kool-Aid. Oh, that's somebody kid playing.
Yeah, I was about to say this.
That's somebody kid.
How they
Boy, take
talking
your ass to sleep so you got school in the morning. Stop playing with me.
for real?
Or tell your parents and they come whoop your ass and take your tablet from under your cover. Stop playing with me. Go play with your mom and daddy.
He said, "Go play with your mama and daddy."
Go play with them.
That's crazy. You be reading that shit, huh?
Yeah.
You be reading between the lines. I feel you.
Acting hard. Hell yeah, that's a kid. Fuck say acting hard. Go sit down somewhere, man.
And then they love trying to talk like us,
Mm-hmm.
like
Acting
have
hard.
y'all own style. Like y'all don't even have y'all own words, y'all own style. Y'all be
Your
using
own
ours.
lingo.
Yeah, y'all be using ours and then be trying to say, "Oh, we slow, da da da. We can't talk, and
The-
this and
You
that."
know, you know the funny thing is, people always talk about like broken English or Ebonics until they trying to be cool, and then what do? They use broken language or broken English
Exactly.
or Ebonics when they want to
Huh?
be cool and down and hip and all that shit. Then
Then they use broken English.
ain't nobody trying to be. Yeah, you need some attention. You must be in one of them little boys and girls homes, and the the head person in charge don't pay attention to your ass.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with you. Your mom and daddy
Yeah.
not paying you attention. That's why your little ass up at 1 o'clock in the morning typing in somebody's chat. Take your ass to sleep, little kid. Ain't
Really,
nobody
for
trying to
real.
act like a gorilla. And I ain't even about to, because you a kid. I ain't even about to talk about, you know. That, but I know why you typed in gorilla. I know. Go eat some mayonnaise or something. Stop playing with me. Let me stop. I ain't gonna talk about nobody's kid. I'm mad as hell. Somebody was online talking shit on my kid.
Well, they shouldn't be up at 1 o'clock doing what they doing either.
It's 10, Goofy. Past your bedtime. You should go to bed around 8:30, 9 o'clock. Yo, that's supposed to be in the bed. You need 8 hours of sleep for your brain to fully develop. You know that, right? Your brain ain't gonna develop until you about 35, man. You better take your ass to sleep and get an early start on the development. Let me stop talking to people, kid. But
Damn.
anyway.
They got that major test going on. I know my son do this week.
Go eat chicken.
Okay,
Damn.
so
I
gorilla
bet you your
chicken.
parents racist as hell, ain't they? But you didn't even be talking like that. You had some racist ass parents or your grandparents. Go eat chicken. Edward saying what up though.
And you wouldn't even be talking like that in real life if we was in your face. All this
No.
stuff people be saying online, they would never say it in your face. Ever.
Go eat some chicken. You got some racist ass parents. They be teaching you stereotypes. You probably about what? 10 years old? 11? 10 or 11 years old? Matter of fact, let me get
I
your
think
ass
it was
up
a
out of
little bit
here.
more than that.
No, from his sentence structure, he can't be. If he older than 12 years old, he's slow. I hate to say that. I ain't trying to be funny. But if you older than 12 years old, you are slow. Let me see. Let me get this little. Oh, yeah, in the other live. I gotta go to the other one. Guess here's this one.
What was the prompt
Yeah.
again? Can you? Don't put your wig on.
Nah, go find another chat. I ain't playing with nobody kids tonight.
Commander say she on the horizontal. He must be on the vertical.
Yeah, I went over there. I thought Edward had a stick.
Bye bye.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, I ain't gonna talk about nobody kid though. But the prompt was, can you
Oh,
identify
Edward,
male?
what's up? I ain't even know who Edward was in here. What's up? Oh yeah, go ahead. What was the prompt?
Can you identify male / female versus man? Did I put versus? I don't know if I put versus. From like, can you tell the difference between a male versus a man or a female versus a woman?
I feel like I can now. Now I can because I'm selective. You know, I just pay attention a lot more. But hey, a few years ago, no.
And
I don't know if I would say no. I would just say that I always had high hopes. So I would say that maybe I didn't care. I just feel like, oh, they can change. Like I'm telling you, that's the attitude
yeah,
I had. I had
yeah,
that
I
type
know
of
that.
attitude. Like, oh, oh, they have this, but I think they could change. They could, with a little work, this could change. So I was looking over all of the signs
I
like a
just, I just,
dumbass.
I just had an epiphany when you said that. Well, they teach. We're taught at a young age not to judge and be forgiving. You know, if it's through religion or whatever. I mean, that's like core principles people are taught. Don't be judgmental and be forgiving. And because we have that teaching at a young age, when we get older, we look at situations like that until we have experiences or till things happen where that begins to change or fade. And so I think we all been there, or we all should have been there at some point, where basically we just give people benefit of the doubt until proven otherwise. And that was my like even at 41, like I'm starting to see things. It's more to what I know. Like I used to look at maybe five processes of development. Even in school, I think they teach you seven phases of development. But I added two more because I'm like, they don't talk about sexual development, like sexual maturity. Because whatever you don't control and it's a part of you, if you don't control it, eventually somebody else will. And you look at even people with like high sex drive, it's nothing wrong with that. It's natural to have like a high sex drive or to be like sexually aroused. That's natural. Okay. But what happens is when you can't control that, it controls you. And then people, become like pedophiles and shit like that, or they grape people or, SA people.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it becomes a problem, and when you look at it, these people, they can't, like, even when you hear, like, it'd be people say, well, I couldn't control myself, or the desire overtook me. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when people cheat, like,
Mm-hmm.
people, like, I couldn't understand, like I'd be working, like, at the hospital. I seen so many people throw away they married or they relationships. Like, it'd be doctors, they got wives and kids at home, and they banging a nurse. Like, and she ain't even worth shit. Like, everybody gonna hit that. And now you risking what you built at home, your career, you risking all this shit for a piece of tail. And she gonna be on to the next one anyway. Like, that's wild to me. Like, how can you just throw everything away? And then I used to think, well, maybe it ain't that good at home. But then you get them circumstances when everything was like love and white, very submissive, giving, doing everything right, and still got cheated on. Like, what is the problem? Then you look, it's like, bro, you sexually immature. That it just stems down to that. Like, you don't have control over yourself.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's a whole process out here.
Like, even when we was talking on your panel, and the guys was like, "Oh well, is if a female's around me and she my friend, and I'm gonna have to think about this one." I'll be like, "Bruh, like that." Well, men are just wired like that. Like, bro, we all start off somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But that's the development part. Like, you have to develop. Like, you have to learn how to control yourself, because if you don't, those desires, they will control you. And that's how people, that's how they fuck up and do wild and crazy shit. Is that inner voice or those inner desires take over, take control, and they put themselves in fucked up situations.
What you was reading some?
You said, huh?
He missed on the vertical. Oh no, I thought it was something in the comments. Man, it's a whole process out here, and if you're not careful, it could go bad. It could go
Real bad,
bad.
man. Real quick, real bad.
Mm-hmm.
Trusting the wrong person, loving the wrong person, letting the wrong person too close. And like I said, people, if you really look at like some of these stories, people be telling. Remember, what was that big story on TikTok? Like, who did I marry or something like that?
Oh
And when
yeah,
the
that
lady
damn
started,
girl. But that was that to me.
but when
She was too many signs. Come on, man.
yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, when people be in the moment, a lot of times those signs go over their head, and it's for a couple reasons. Like you can definitely tell she was desperate.
She was
So,
desperate. She wanted it real bad. And when
and
you
you but
desperate, you make stupid mistakes like that.
and
When
that's
you
what I'm talking
desperate.
about. When you're desperate, you make because you're not in your right frame of mind. You know,
Mm-mm. You just want
you
you thinking of
looking,
your goal. You want what you want.
and that's what I've always say. Time reveals everything. Like I look at like me and my wife. Before we got married, we dated for 5 years. Well, I courted her for 5 years before we got married. We dated for like 2 months, 2 or 3 months before we got together in a relationship. We were dating, hanging out, learning one another, seeing if we can tolerate one another, basically. Saying, you know what I'm saying, to building chemistry. We built a foundation through
Hmm.
dating. You know, didn't have no type of intercourse within those 3 months. We went on like I think we went on 2 road trips. So we was together, like in the same room,
Right.
laying in the same bed, and still nothing happened. You know, because we didn't build that connection yet. That foundation wasn't there. We was building it, so it took time. Now, if I would have did that with almost like I can name at least 3, 4 other females, I never would have got to the courting part where we were actually in a relationship. It was like we met, we hung out, we had fun, then we start dating and doing it.
Right.
It wasn't no getting to know you. It wasn't none of that really. Like even when we was going out, my intent was to hit. And when I hit, it was good. So I'm like, I can deal with this. Yeah, this is tight. So it was like I got with him for the wrong reason. I got with him because the sex was good. Okay, it's good. Yeah, I can see myself enjoying this. So yeah, we can make this work. And that's when I was young and naive. I wasn't taking nothing that I take now into account. That I would take now into account. I wasn't taking none of that into account. And that's how most people do.
Yep. Hey, Edward. I was. Oh, she going from different to different platform, vertical and horizontal. Big lesson learned for me. That's all I gotta say. Big lesson. But
But
you know what? Through my experiences, it's actually taught me a lot.
and it molds you, though. That's the thing too. Now, what it molds you into is up to you. I'm just saying in general, our experiences tend to either solidify what we used to think or changes what we used to think. So it's
Hmm.
gonna do one or two things depending on how you perceive it. So it's either gonna change it or it's gonna solidify. And even in that instance, like I just don't believe there's very few things that's certain, that's definite, very few things. But when it comes to people, like is so many variables involved because the same thing, like two people can do the same thing for two totally different reasons. You know, you can have a man like presenting himself in the right way, like being protective, being um, providing and protective, because that's who he is. And then you can have somebody doing it just to get you to get comfortable. And then once
Hmm.
he got you, then so they can do the same thing for two different reasons. One person can
Exactly.
be genuine, and one person can just do it to get you. Now, how do you tell the difference? Well, the only way to tell the difference is the consistency. That's the only true way to tell
Hmm.
the difference, and that takes time.
And discernment, if you got it, you can
Hmm.
spot it. I know I can. I can
I
tell
told
if it's
this.
really them or because it just seemed different. Like if a guy is trying to do something just to get in my drawers versus, he this is what he do. And I think for me is that um a guy that's very attentive and pay attention to the small things, to me, that's genuine. So he not just doing it just to get in your drawers. This is who he is. But somebody who just doing it and they don't really pay, I don't want to say they don't really pay attention to the small things, but it's just trying to do it just to like get what they want out of you. I don't know. I know. Like I just know. I
Let
know
me
when
give you
somebody's
some.
genuine.
Let me give you some sauce too. And this is just my personal observation. It ain't in no textbooks or nothing. But I notice when people do things and they don't look for acknowledgement, that's when it's genuine. It's just
Hmm.
natural to them. Like it's like when people like I hold the door open for people, right? And when they don't say thank you, it don't bother me
Hmm.
because I wasn't looking for them to say thank you. I was just holding it open because I seen you coming. I wasn't looking for you to interact with me. Sometimes I'd be like, damn, but it's
But
still I'd be like, damn, but it's like I'm not gonna say nothing to them or be mad at them. I just be like, damn, usually it's more the body language to make me like when motherfucker look like they entitled to that shit. That's when I'd be like, damn. But when motherfucker might look up and nod their head, I'd be like, cool.
I'll say this. I think too sometimes some men like the acknowledgement because it's like they just want to know. You got some people that they want you to be happy and it makes them feel good that for some men like you acknowledge that. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way or something, but they like to see like, oh my God. They like to see the reaction.
Like I will say this, and then gotta take a little pee break. I'm gonna say this: when it comes to men, it's not like we appreciate the acknowledgement. Like it's because then we know, we did something good, but we don't demand it. We if you don't acknowledge it, we just fine, and it's not gonna change if it's genuine. If you acknowledge me or not, I'm not gonna change. This is just me. It's just what I do. That's that 10 toes down. No matter if you acknowledge me or not, I'm gonna do what I need to do. So it is good, and it's good for women to acknowledge. I will say that it's a motivation. You know what I'm saying? It can boost spirit, so it's a positive thing. But what I'm saying is, if they're looking for it, like, and one would be like, "Damn, I done washed your car. You ain't even say thank you." Then that shit wasn't genuine. That's why he did it. It's to get the acknowledgement from you. And then you got to ask, well, why do you need me to acknowledge you? Now you got to start asking more questions. Let me tell you something too. A secure man don't need nobody to secure him. Really don't. I mean, if that's who you are, that's just who you are. Let me take a picture.
That's true. I mean, I don't know. I done been around some dudes like and I don't, I'm just saying I done been around some dudes right where yeah, he doesn't need the acknowledgement or anything like that because he did it because he wanted to. So he not looking for anything like that, right? And I've been around those type of solid dudes, but then I've been around guys that love to please and they like to see you happy. And for some, they want to see the reaction of just you being excited or, they just want to see that reaction. But like you say, is it something where if they don't get it, then they just it's a switch up? Or if they switch up, then they wasn't genuine from the get go.
Now, see, that's the thing. If they switch up, it wasn't genuine. But some man might want the acknowledgement to know they on the right track.
Right.
So I can see that too. Like if I'm
Yeah.
doing something or buying my wife something and I don't know if she like it or not, I'm not gonna keep spending money on it if she don't like it. So if I see her happy with it, then I'm like, okay, I can fuck with shit around that. That's the genre that I need. That's what she like. So so like I said, same thing can happen for different reasons. So acknowledgement, like I said, this is the thing, men, we like to feel needed, right? We like to feel needed, like we're a necessity. So us getting acknowledgement, it shows that the effort or the work we put in is dutiful, like it's the right thing. We just want to know we're on the right track, you know. But it's not like it doesn't. It's not go. It shouldn't fill a man up. When a man get acknowledgement, it shouldn't fill him up. Like they get all giddy and shit, then nah, that's something weird. Something going on. Something going on.
Mm-hmm.
Or if he start getting belligerent because he's not being acknowledged, like do you know?
I
Oh,
had
let
men
me.
like that too.
Oh,
And that's
let
scary
me.
because
Yeah, give me. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
go ahead. That's
No.
scary because um when they expecting something back and they don't get it, men become angry. I've been in situations where they become angry and they become real scary, and it's to the point where they trying to force you into doing something. It's damn near almost great, and that is scary.
And see that, but
And
that's what I'm saying. It's like they doing it for a different reason. And after a while, if the soft approach don't work, then they do it. You know what I'm saying? They get violent. And if the soft
yeah,
approach don't work, then you get violent.
they get violent. They start cussing you out. They start talking crazy to you. Like, it get real ugly. All right, Commander.
But she said she
Hey,
got you.
Edward. What you doing up so late?
Ain't nobody hit the link. You ain't trying to hit the link, did you, Commander? My bad. I wasn't even by the computer. My bad. If you tried to hit the link, I wasn't by the computer.
She
Damn, I was
said
about
in
to say something.
10, though.
She said who?
She said in 10 minutes.
Oh, she gonna hit it.
She said, I'm going to come up in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Well, yeah,
It's
like,
thundering over here.
oh man, I forgot you made that pool.
Man, it be so,
What
it
you
be
talking
so
about?
funny.
What you talking about, white boy, man? That's some white shit. She's like, let's get some sliders. Like, bro, I'm black. I don't need no little ass. Little, I need some
Right?
big.
Give me the whole burger. Don't give me half a little quarter or something.
Nerd. That's the corner I start off biting. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Got him in front of the thing. In front of the thing. But yeah, that's how shit. I'm happy I ain't a female. Y'all go through some shit, boy. Y'all got to deal with some shit.
We do. And I just recently, this might be slightly off topic, but like I was taking a trip or whatever, and men are trying to take advantage if they can. And me, of course I look a certain kind of way, but it's a lot of men. I was at a bus station because I was trying to catch the bus, and I was gonna have it take me to, well, it was actually a train. I was gonna have it take me to the airport. So I'm there with my stuff, and it'd be like a lot of homeless people around, and then it just be all kind of other people there. But I was pretty much like the only woman. It was another like maybe one or two other women, but they were like homeless or something like that. So of course my antennas are up. I'm just looking, and I think they think that some of them thought like I was just a duck, like, oh, look at this pretty girl, like, just look at her or whatever. So I'm like, some dude, he keep He's like, "Oh, what day of the week? And what's today's date?" So I'll tell him the day or whatever. I guess since he heard my voice, that felt like an invite. He come from the other side of the train to the other side where I'm at. Some homeless dude or whatever. Do you know that motherfucker started like smoking crack in front of me?
Oh
I'm
dang.
I'm thinking that's what he did because he put the sheet over his head and all I seen was a big old light. I got up and I moved
Oh
around.
shit.
I got up and I moved around. You know, it's people walking by and you know, men be trying to see if they could like get in because they'll give you that eye contact. And I wasn't giving nobody fucking no eye
Mhm.
contact. They was still trying to give me eye contact. I'm like, man, y'all gonna see another side of me. Y'all think y'all see this little innocent, pretty girl right here. Okay, don't play with me.
And
I'm
see, women need like conversations like that need to be had, like what to do, because a lot of women don't know what to do in that conversation. I mean, in that instant, I would have told you don't talk to them at all, especially when motherfuckers start asking you shit or what day of the week is it.
I
I
wasn't
don't
gonna
know.
say nothing, but then I just went ahead and told him Tuesday because you know what? I knew he wanted to hear my voice. Cause they be wanting
Hmm.
they be trying to hear like, oh, is she foreign? Is she, yeah, they want to see like, yeah, okay,
How is it? Is her voice is like her tone inviting? Is it
right.
defensive? If it, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like professional criminals, bro. These some of the best. Like when it comes to
They
reading
pay
people,
attention to all of that.
yeah, these motherfuckers professionals without degrees, bro. I'm telling you, I learned psychology before I even took a class. I knew psychology.
Man, when you hear me, I'm sitting up here looking at this dude, looking at this dude because you never know, they all could be running a game.
Yep,
See what I'm
they
saying?
can
Yeah,
all. Hmm.
they all in it together. And
And
everybody
just
just you the target. And that's why I was looking at everybody and everything that was going on. I was like, nah, y'all got me fucked up.
most females aren't aware like that. Most females
Shit.
aren't aware like that. And that's why I say like that's one of the benefits of being with a man, not a male, but a man. Because like when I'm out, I'm constantly scanning. My wife say she'll tell you this. I can look at my phone and not pay attention because I know my husband with me. That's what he doing. My wife will tell you that.
Hmm.
Like she be in la la land, and I'd be
I
like,
wish I could be in La La
I
Land. I hardly get
I
the
be
chance to be in La La Land.
I be telling my wife like 9 o'clock. And she had turned and looked like she learned how to, tell directions by the
Y'all
time.
communicate
Nene,
with each other.
no, hold on. Why
Who's
you ain't
that?
got Nene loyal? That's one of my homies been rocking out supporting since day
Oh,
one.
what up?
Homie.
What up? What up? But yeah. And that's another thing too. When you ask about what I want a character, I want a man that's strategic. Like
Yeah.
if I come up with a problem, I want to know that
You
he got it. Like I don't want to think,
hey,
bro. I don't want
now
to
let me
think.
let me
Okay.
let me tell you this. You say you want that shit until you get it. Because that shit don't turn off. Ask my wife. Like I had to learn how to be quiet and not say nothing. Like I don't say nothing now unless she asks, but she'd tell me something, and as she telling me, I'll be breaking that shit down, and I'd be like, "Can I tell you the solution to it now, or can I tell you how to go about it now?" She'd be like, "No, I just want to vent." I'd be like, "Well, yeah, pick your battles, bro. Because don't come to me telling me something wrong." That's just how my brain works. I just start as soon as you're talking, you ain't even got to complete it. Half of the time, before people complete their sentence, I already know what the fuck they're saying. So that's I be
Hmm.
breaking that shit down. The more they say, there's just more context. Like I'm telling you, that shit can be annoying too. I promise you it can, because like every movement, like even like it'd be sometimes she'd be like, "We going to this store." I'd be like, "All right, turn left." She'd be like, "Why is that?" I'd be like, "Just go this way." Like if I see something I don't like if I see a car on the corner and when we pull off that bitch move, I don't give a fuck why they move. I just know they move when we pulled off, so we go hit a couple corners just to see if they stay behind us. That's just how I'm programmed, and that's what I do. Don't let me see shit move funny. I already got a strategy and a plan for it.
Right. Hell yeah, that's me. Unfortunately, I can't
Okay.
just be in la land all the time. I have to sit in and think like a man. I'm out by myself. I have to scan the room and watch everybody and see what they got going on.
I remember one
But
day we went into where did we go? We went to Myers. It's like a big like a
man, somebody,
Walmart
I
or
might
whatever.
be strategic against you. Be careful. I know that's right.
But we went in there and I was like, "Hey, my man, he packing something big." And she was like, "What you mean?" I said, "He got something big on his hip." And she was like, "How can you tell?" And I was like, "I can. Every time he moves his arm, I can see the print of it." She was like, "But you can't see." Man, he reached up and his shirt came up. She was like, I was like, "I told you, he had a big ass 357 on his hip." She's like, "How
mm,
did you notice that?" I said, "I can see the print." She's like, "Why are you even looking at the print?" And I said, "Because he was walking like he had something on his hip." She's like, "How do people walk?" I said, "Bro, as long as I didn't have something on my hip, I know when somebody else gets like
mm-hmm.
shit."
You just
I don't
know.
know. Yeah, like
Yeah, yeah, you just know.
now she'd be trying to do that shit. I'd be like, "Nah, babe, he just got a limp. He ain't got nothing on his." She be, you try to spot that, I'm like, no, he just got a disability, bro. He all right. But that's what I constantly do. I scan for threats, and even when I see a threat, then I gotta gauge and see is it high or low. Because if it's high and I ain't got my shit, we getting the fuck out of here. I don't care if nothing do happen. Shit, he can get a phone call and that shit can set him off. So yeah, my priority is to keep my family safe. I done walked in the store before and told her like I don't like the vibe. Let's go somewhere else. She looked at me. I said, "No, let's
Mm-hmm.
go." So, but see, do you? It take a special like. That's why I say I appreciate my wife because if I can you imagine you all excited about to go to the store and you walk in and your man be like, "Nah, this ain't the good vibe. Let's go." You gonna be like, "Hell no! I've been waiting to get in here and now I'm in here."
For real.
You know, she don't argue with me. She be like, "All right, come on, let's go. Where we going? How about we go to this one?"
Yeah, for real. Cause that'll probably be me for a little bit. I was like, and he'll have to argue with me a little bit. He'll have to be like, "Man, come on! I said go. I don't like the vibe." And then I have to be like, "Okay, all right, come on."
But see, you gotta trust in that person too to even. That's why, like, it was a year, maybe 2 years ago, when I had posed that question about. I had posed a question to men, to women. I mean, about women, like, are you even worth submitting to? Like, all men want women to submit to them, but like, what are you fucking submitting to? All men ain't worth being submitted to. Because all some of these dudes who call themselves men are males. So why would a woman submit to a male? She gonna put herself in the church bag. I mean, that's her fault then. Honestly, that's what accountability is. If you choose the wrong person, it was your choice. Whether you male or female, it was your choice. And until you realize like it's not the world's fault, but you just made a bad selection, you'll keep making those bad selections. And that's from personal experience. I had to learn that shit the hard way.
Hmm.
A very fucking expensive lesson. And I learned don't fuck with nobody who ain't even. Nah, let me be quiet because that's kind of that's there's levels to everything though. And when you fuck with somebody on a level beneath you, I mean that shit come with something, a mindset and everything. Motherfuckers laying next to you thinking about how to get you and shit. Like the fuck.
Oh man, that's crazy.
You, that's a fucked up feeling, man. When you out in the street and shit, and you worried about all these people, even your family trying to get you, but you got a girl, and then you realize like shit, she part of the clique trying to get you too. That shit is
Oh
a fucked up.
man.
That shit is a real fucked up feeling. Like I ain't even safe at home.
Hmm. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I pay attention to a lot of stuff, and I'm able to look because I ain't gonna lie, I done been through a lot of fuck shit like that. Like where everybody done been in on the whole play, and I was the main character involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I done been in some shit like that when like everybody know but me.
yeah. I almost had to apologize to a homie mama because of that shit. Like I figured that shit out, and I went to her like, man, I'm gonna apologize for what I'm about to do. Man, she shipped his ass out of the state.
Uh,
And I used to wonder, like, why the fuck did
you
I even?
you used to say I'm about
No,
to do this, and then you gonna do.
but you know what? I did that twice. I honestly I did that twice in my life. Before I did something, I don't know. I used to always say it's because I love them and it's a warning because I don't want to do it, but I'm go do it. And I would have did it. I'm not gonna lie, but it was more like I think it was like my higher self saving me too, because that's not how I move, and it's only when I like people. But I think if I would have hurt those two people, that shit would have kind of fucked with me. I would have felt bad, even though they
Mhm.
did slimy fuck shit to me. I would have still felt bad. Like when I say I like somebody, I mean that from like the bottom of my heart. And I try my best not to do any transgression against them, but some evil is necessary. But if I can prevent it, I'd rather just walk away from a person and never deal with them again before I, hurt them. And I said I loved them or liked them.
Yep. Because if you was good to him, you walking away to me, that's gonna hurt him more.
Yeah. And
Majority of
there's
the
a guy,
time.
man, there's a guy on Facebook, man. I grew up with this dude. This was like I called this dude my brother. It was probably I probably shed a couple tears. And it was in my face, like, bro, you push the record button and start talking about some crazy stuff. Like you leaning in my car with your phone in your hand. I see you hit record, and when he hit it, he pulled the phone back. But the whole conversation changed to some crazy shit. Like, bro, like, come on now. How we start talking about this, and why is we talking about this? What is the purpose of this conversation? That shit done and over with. Now you trying to talk about what was in there and how it got there. I don't want to know none of that shit, bro. I wasn't
Right.
involved in that shit. But it's like I know what you and your cousin doing, bro. I know why y'all out here. You out here for a reason, bro. They let you out for a reason, man. And
Hmm.
now you doing it. I told him, like when I seen that, I just looked at him, bro. He was like, "Man, what's wrong with you?" I was like, "Man, I love you, bro. Don't ever say nothing. Don't ever come around because I'm gonna hurt you, bro. If you ever come around me again, I know what time it is and I'm gonna hurt you. Don't do it, bro. Me and you just act like you don't know me, bro. If you see me, don't say shit to me or nothing." And he looked at me. He was like, "All right," and walked away. And like 4 years later, I think I seen him at the hospital. I was working at the hospital and he was having the baby. He was like, "What up, man?" I'm like, "Bro, I told you, don't say nothing to me, man. We don't know each other like that." He was like, "You still mad? Like, fuck you, man. I'm still mad, bro. I could have been doing life or something, bro. Fucking around with you. And you supposed to be my man, bro. Y'all got caught up on some shit. I wasn't involved in that. But you gonna start talking about shit like, nah, bro. That shit hurted my heart, man. I'm looking like, God, out of all
Mhm.
people, bro, like, man, I done did some shit for you, bro. And it's like you just throw me away like that. But that's how people are, man. No matter how close or when it comes to your ass or their ass, they always go pick their ass.
Yep.
That's why
Always.
I never put myself in that position no more, bro. Never. No, nobody need to know what I'm doing or how I'm doing it. And then that way, it ain't a problem.
That's a good one. I like the way you think. All right, man.
Just
I'm gonna
ain't.
get off of here. I'm getting sleepy. I don't want to fall asleep on the live.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to get over there If not, I'm probably just
I
if I
sure
can't
was
figure it
looking
out.
for you. I was like,
If
where is
I
that?
if I can't get over there, I'm gonna just go live over there. Probably either tomorrow. What's
But
tomorrow?
did you change your name?
It's still Coach D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's still Coach D. I'm gonna be Coach D over there. They say the word, but I put the word aka
Might as
Coach
well
D.
stay. Everybody know you by that.
Yeah. Shit, they know me as the coach on TikTok. I be going to room, they be like, Coach. I'd be like, damn, bro,
Uh-huh.
I feel like I'm a celebrity. So there's only two people who do that, but
Right? I'm telling you.
motherfuckers get excited. Coach is in the building. I'd be like, damn, where he at? Who you talking about? Oh, me? Oh, what up though? Shit.
So I'm like,
Oh,
you could probably get you some clients over there. For
yeah,
real.
definitely. The one and
Yeah.
only.
What up, Nine?
What up, Nines?
She want to bring her ass up when I'm about to go. What
What
up,
up, Tiki
Nine?
Talkers?
Oh, now we tiki
The,
talkers.
the newest and latest Tiki Talkers.
You be over
Is
Yo,
there
there
on
like
TT?
Riaz.
celebrities over there?
Man, I'm a fake celebrity. To like one person, one or two people, they get excited when they see me. Make
No,
me
it's
feel
more than
wanted.
about one or two.
They're
Have you
like,
guys gotten
Coach.
Gary to go over there?
He came in the chat. He was in the chat. He ain't come on the panel. I thought he was gonna come up there because we was talking about religion. I just knew he was gonna hit the link, but he didn't. Riaz hit the link over there. Riaz be on
Nice.
TikTok though. Riaz be
Yeah.
talking and ticking.
Oh, yeah, he do be over there. He come up
Yeah,
on
I
my
haven't seen
channel
much.
sometimes. Huh?
I haven't seen much of Rehab.
Much of Riaz?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. They be over
Uh-oh.
there on TT. You be on TT or no?
Mm-hmm.
What up, Riaz?
Hey,
Oh, snaps. He on the panel.
Yeah,
Good
Riaz.
good morning.
morning.
Thank you. It is wrapped up right now.
I'm gonna make me an AI song. They be making AI songs. I wanna make one of those. Oh, Tay, I gotta tell you something too. I don't want to say it on the live, but
But you're gonna
I
say it
tell
anyway?
Commander when we get off of it. But yeah, I had something I want y'all to check out.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Take it easy, y'all.
I had an interaction with somebody that we all know, and it was
Oh.
cool. But then, like, man, and like when you watch it, you would be like, "The fuck was word on?" Like, bro, I was sitting there biting my tongue. Like, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, all right, bro. I ain't even about to spaz out my family sleep, but
On
I'm just
TT?
playing cool. Now on YouTube, and I was like, man,
Oh.
me and this dude gonna have a talk. We'll have a conversation. I ain't gonna do it on a live stream, but I got to talk to that guy. We're gonna have to talk.
Now we're all curious. Anyways, what I was saying in the chat about strategic is that it's kind of like if you find someone that's really strategic, then sometimes then they can be strategic, like against you. But
Mm.
Yeah.
right?
You know what people capable of. Like with me, do you know like my best friend? He he told me one day he was like, if you ever get mad at me, he said I'm not coming around you. He said I'm gonna keep you at a distance. And I said, damn, why you say that? He was like, bro, because of the way you think. He was like, I'd be scared to drink water around you. I'd be scared to start my car. I'd be like, what? He was like, man, he was like, look, you one of the coolest people, but I know what you're capable of. And that shit is scary sometimes. And if you get mad at me, I would think you'll do the shit to me. I'm like, bro, I ain't about to do nothing to you, man. I ain't about to do nothing to you. But he was like, bro, this the way you think. And I'm like, and I thought about it, and I'm like, I wonder how many people really look at me like that. I'm pretty sure it's a lot. He just said it. Well, I'm pretty sure
Well,
it's a
it's because
lot.
of what you say. Like I've never seen you do anything, but like I've heard you
It's
say that you're capable.
like it's like
Oh.
my wife had met one of my friends, right? And I didn't think about this until she said it, but he stepped on my shoe. He was like, "Oh, my bad," and he was wiping it off. And it was like, but he always, anytime he stepped on my shoe, he always did that. So I didn't think nothing of it. And later on, she was like, "Damn, he really scared of you." I said, "No, why you say that?" She was like, "Because he stepped on your shoe, and the boy damn near got on his knees wiping your shoe off."
You're like
And I'm
6'10".
like, and so I asked him, I was like, "Bro, why you do that?" He was like, "Man, you don't remember that time I stepped on your boot and you slapped the shit out of me?" He was like, "Ever since then, it's like, bro, nah, if I step on his shoe, I'm gonna make sure, he know I apologize." And I'm looking like I was drunk and I don't even remember. It was like three people had to tell me I did that. And I'm like, damn. But ever since then, he did that. And I'm like, damn, I guess some of the people around me, they probably are like fearful of me. But I ain't gonna do nothing to nobody I like, bro. Like when I used to get, and I don't drink no more. But when I was younger and I used to get drunk, I'd be tripping sometimes. Like you do something crazy, like if you say something out of bounds, I probably would like, man, slap them, and not like I'm trying to hurt or embarrass, but you drunk, you like, man, shut that shit up, and I slap a person, but they know me, they know I can fight real well, so I do shit and they just let it go, like, man, he tripping, and I'm like, damn, bro, that shit kind of, you know.
I'm not scared of you, word.
Yeah, I don't want nobody to be afraid of me. I ain't nothing to be afraid of, man. As long as you ain't doing nothing to me, I ain't about to do nothing to nobody. But if I do decide to,
See,
it'll be
there you
well
go.
thought out.
See, there you go. Because you said that before, like it'll be well thought
It'll
out.
be,
Like you
it
get them
will.
good, they won't even know it's you.
And I'm gonna help you find out who did it to you. We probably never figure it
Exactly.
out,
See,
but I'm gonna help you.
I remember like I remember one time though, right, where there was this person, imagine something like that we were about to watch, right? And my brother came to wake me up. It was like early morning or something like that, you know. I don't like when basically when someone come to me and they touch me to wake me up. I instantly go into instinct mode. Literally, I woke up. I felt like something scary. That's what I did. Is I woke up, adrenaline kicked in. Woke up. I grabbed his hand and then I literally slapped him straight in the face. Literally, he was that surprised. I breathe heavy too. Like literally. Now actually to wake me up, just turn the lights on and I wake up. So
You,
basically I don't
you,
want nobody to touch me when I'm sleeping.
Riaz wakes up like he's going to war.
you want to hear something messed up, right? I never really got good sleep when I was a kid. Never did. Because like especially like when I moved to Detroit, it was like we was in a bad area, so our house got shot up a couple times just in a drive by. There's a car going down the street, shot up one house, it ended up hitting our house. Then one time our house was the target. But one time our house wasn't the target, just collateral damage, and then the second time our house was actually the target. But and then like when I got older, it was like when I was hustling and shit, I used to sleep with a thing under my pillow, but you don't sleep hard. You sleep real light because that's when people try to get you when you slipping, and when are you more slipping than when you sleep? So it was like I never like even now I don't sleep hard. Like the slightest noise will wake me up. Like if my
Yeah.
dog be walking around the house, I sit up like, oh, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? I hear her. Like if she bump into something, I'd be like, or even like when she come in my room, I got wooden floors, so it's like two floorboards just kind of loose, and it'll creak. Every time she walk past that part, I sit up and look like, fuck is that? Oh, that's the dog. Then I lay back down. But I don't really, I never really slept like Unless I was in the hospital on anesthesia. That's the only time I really sleep. I'm being
I
real,
think
but
it
that's
depends like how you grew up, because like
yeah, it's
the watching
experience.
out for things, like I notice things, I watch out for things. My husband's like oblivious. There's no strategy. There's no paying attention. He's just like whatever. But he didn't grow up like I did. So
Okay. Yeah. No, but sometimes it's the right. Like I'm tired though. When I told her the reason I was tired, and basically my brother came to wake me up, and in the hallway, and the room was dark. So I thought it was like some kind of thought it was a jinn, I thought it was a demon type thing. No, basically. So I literally my brother came to me. I grabbed his hand quickly and I slapped him, and it was that quick though. Actually, he didn't even know it came. No, I was that fast. He never saw me do that before.
Man,
yeah,
I'm
I've hit
telling
my
you.
husband before. Like he didn't purposely scare me, but like he walked up on me real slow. Like
Yeah, well, that was adrenaline for me. Basically, as well, when I go to sleep, is that sometimes I sleep deep though. Sometimes I'm really deep sleeper. I even sleep through alarms as well sometimes. That's why I have to set 2 alarms now because I sleep through one.
Oh,
they
shit, I
say that's
wish I
how soldiers
could.
sleep. Like soldiers sleep ready to like wake up and.
Hell yeah, you be ready to go. Ready to go. Because if you ain't, then that's your ass, Mr. Postman.
Yep. Anybody else sleep with their shoes like next to them?
No, not
I
really.
sleep with my I walk around the house in flip flops, but they be at the foot of the bed. Like when I get off the bed, they be right there.
Okay, I do as well. That I wear my flip flop, my slides, so I wear them in my house, so always. So literally, I do that. No, it's what it used to be. The another tell you like when I used to, before it's just that the feet, the floor is cold though, so I don't like my feet feeling like that. So that's why I wear the flip flops, the sandals or flip flops though in my house. I just don't like how it feels though sometimes. The only time I'd ever take them off is when I have to actually, do my ritual and have to clean them and stuff like that. That's when. Okay, anyways, though, think nothing. Yeah, so I'm not good though, actually. So I think the day before yesterday or something like that, though, basically, I struggled to sleep because I was down. I had like a really bad headache and stuff like that, and my throat and stuff. So I struggled to sleep. Woke up straight up. Woke up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, pain will do that. For some reason, the pain comes at night. The worst. Like
Yeah,
the toothache
Pain
is gonna
basically,
be
comes
the
out
worst
at
at night.
night.
body pain.
The pain comes
Body
out at
pain,
night. Oh,
my throat, and I was sick though. So yeah, I'm kind of there, but I'm getting better.
the pain
Yeah, there's
comes out.
some science behind it. I think it's like hormonal. There's some physiological science behind it.
Yeah, but that as well. That for real though, is I think in my home, there's some kind of fever, like flu or like cold or something that was spread or something like that, and I just caught it. Literally, though, I literally felt that though. Literally, I woke up like I think it was like 4 or 5 a.m. or something like that. I woke up, I went downstairs just to get hot, warm water, just to drink it to help with it though, actually. 'Cause that's how my throat felt.
Heartburn and water? What?
No, I said warm water. My
For
throat.
heartburn?
No, I don't have heartburn. I drink warm water because my throat was hurting, because I thought it was
Oh, you said your throat. I didn't hear that
no,
part.
my throat, sorry. Sometimes it's the accent.
No,
How do you
that
guys
was me.
how do you guys feel about people who have cameras inside their house, like inside their bedroom, their kitchen, their living room?
I don't got one in my bedroom. I had one in my like the kids' playroom. I'm about to put another one up in there, and I'm about to put one in my basement. Like all the
Okay.
places the kids rock out
I
at, I'm putting cameras up, but not in the bedrooms.
I got a
That's
ring camera outside my house, both in the back and the front. So basically, if anyone walks up to my house, it's motion detection. My dad can literally watch anything. He can watch the video. He can watch them, from his phone and stuff. I got ring cameras though. The only reason we turn the ring cameras off at night though is just in case if someone steps, if if they step foot, in the on the driveway though. Basically, this motion detection.
yeah. My camera stay. I got ring. That shit stay on 24/7. But she was asking more about the house. Like,
I can actually sleep through that though, actually, because basically, right, at night, if someone steps foot, near the door, then the ring camera will actually let you know it does that. How do you?
did you see where people be hacking into the cameras of some people's house
Yeah.
and talking to like the kids and shit?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, though, that hasn't happened to me. I'm in a good area. That's
Oh no, it don't matter, bro. I mean, no, they're hacking the cameras that's in the house. They hacking it.
well.
It don't matter what area you in. These were in like prominent areas, like big ass houses, like wealthy people.
Did you see
When
the
this was
lady that
happening,
they took the lady out of her house and she had a Nest, like a Nest camera, and she wasn't paying for her subscription anymore. And they were able, like the police was able to, who owns Nest, whatever, whoever owns Nest, they contacted them and they were able to pull images from cameras
oh
that she
damn.
wasn't even paying for subscription anymore. She just
Now
owned
see,
it,
that's crazy.
Mm.
Does that
right?
mean even if you ain't paying for it, it could be mom? That's why, like the cameras I got set in my house is not through a company. It's all through. It's like even the app is like a second party app. It's not like a main app. You gotta. But even they company they can't monitor it.
Like I think
It's
the
just
Ring
like
camera, you have different ones inside, but the Ring camera, there's a feature to allow police to tap into your camera. Did you see
yeah,
that?
yeah. They when they was setting me up, they told me about that. They were saying like if it's
Yeah, I don't
what
want
did
them
they
looking at my
say?
camera.
Because I had to agree.
Mm.
I had to agree to the terms, but they disclosed that when I got mine. I don't think they was disclosing that at first, but I know the guy, whoever the guy had, he disclosed. It's in the fine print. Like if you read it, you'll see it. But if you don't read, most people don't read that shit. You know,
Mm.
people sign them up
It's just
for
Okay.
like with your
I guess so.
vehicle.
Basically, with the ring cameras too, though, as well as basically that I make sure not to sneak out that house because I can get caught and like I can get caught straight on camera. Though. I'm very bad at sneak. I'm very bad at being sneaky, though. Actually, I'll get caught quickly. Actually, I
I'm good at
remember
being
this.
sneaky.
No, I'm very bad. I remember one time in Saudi, something like that, right? When I stayed in Saudi 7 8 years ago, me, my brother, and my friends, though, there's a king that passed away a long time ago, right? And we used to live there, and we got a day off, though. And instead of going to Taekwondo, though, basically, when me and my friends did is we went to their house. I went to my friend's home, but I did not tell my mother where I was going. I just went there and basically, we were just playing the game. I decided, okay, you know what? I should just do the right thing and tell her where I was. And she was like, look, I don't care. Just get home. Literally, my mom was really mad. I no, should have just basic. I should have done that. I should have just basically just wait until I got home though. But I'd rather just tell her then and there because I felt like it was the right thing to do.
Aw. Nah, I used to sneak out. I know the blind spot. You gotta find the blind spot.
Nah,
Sneak out of the
basically,
windows
with
and
the
push.
ring camera, I just realized this is what the ring cameras do. You know what you can do? You can just turn the plug off though. Since with the ring camera you hook it on the outside but on the inside though in your
bro,
home.
bro, bro, bro,
Turn the
bro,
plug
bro.
off though
No,
and you
no,
can go.
no, 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 bro. Don't be because bro, you putting people up on game. Nah, bro. You don't do that, bro. You don't tell people how to come in and turn your shit off, bro. Don't do that.
Okay. No, sorry, my
Yeah,
bad though. Sorry,
yeah, don't
no,
do that.
sorry,
Don't
that's
tell people
okay,
how
sorry.
to.
I mean, they're so
Uh,
easy to just like rip off the wall. But see, the thing is, like, if it's still, because for example, the
Man, we
Nest
ain't
one,
though.
Okay,
Oh,
literally
basically,
just
the rest. Okay, so basically, the rest of that is classified, though. I understand why I said, but I guess, though, my bad for saying that. I'm too real right now, so I gotta chill out.
no, you just never give people the weapon of
But,
your demise, bro. You don't tell people how to take down your shit. You got it for security. You don't tell people.
okay,
That's like y'all remember. I don't know if y'all old enough, but it was this. What was that? Brinks. It was a commercial back in the '90s. Like I did not notice until I think it was a Brinks commercial, and they was talking about all thing you have to do. All they were showing like a robber. They was like, if you got these alarms, all they have to do is cut the phone wire. But if you got a Brinks, they can't disarm. Like, bro, you just told people how to just like that shit crazy. You just
well,
told them,
that,
well, just cut the
okay,
phone
my
wire,
bad.
like the
and the alarm
competitor.
No,
won't. Yeah, the signal won't go to the cops. Just cut the wire. They was like, this
no,
how to
my
be a
bad,
better
though.
Oh,
criminal
You know, at
commercial.
my home, though, right? It's not just that I got the Ring cameras, you even got an alarm system, too, you know? So, when no one's home, you know what I have to do? Alarm on and
Judge,
the lyrics. Okay, sorry, anyways, I'm not gonna say anymore.
you think they don't
yeah,
know that already? Like they got like Wi-Fi jammers. Like they got jammers now,
I
so
know,
they
but
can
somebody might be listening to you to live next to you and don't know that
listen.
shit, but now they do.
This is
And
this,
you told them how to do it. No.
okay. Somebody told me the other day, not about like a house alarm, but 'cause I
Mm.
knew this existed, but I didn't think whoever did it stole like 50 cars. Like they basically any car that has like the little key alarm, the little
Yeah,
key
the key
fob.
fob. Yeah, they
Yeah,
can
they just
scan it.
throw. They just put their little scanner in the area and they can,
Oh my god.
whenever you go in and out,
They can copy it. That's
they
been
copy
happening
the code.
ever since they made that remote starter from your phone. That's been happening. It's the same software or technology that they
Okay.
use to you know how like it's cars that you can link your phone to. That's all they're doing. Is they grab the signal from the key fob, use either a phone or a laptop. This dude had this big ass thing connected, and I'm like, what the hell is that? I didn't know what it was. I'm looking like he got this big ass antenna, and it was syncing
Mhm.
his laptop with the key fob in the car. So he had to stand in the middle between the house and the car to do this shit. And I'm looking like, and all this shit was caught on the camera.
Okay.
I thought it was
Wow,
AI
that's
because
cool.
you don't know. I
Okay.
don't know what's AI or what's real no
No,
more.
I feel you though, because AI's
Right.
gotten that good that sometimes it makes it look real too, though, you know. But I feel you on that. I remember this is one time though when I was younger, because that me and my cousin I decided to go out and we didn't tell anybody. I went on a motorbike with my cousin, right? And basically what it was though, right? I wanted to get pizza though. So me and my cousin went outside and we got home. My cousin got in trouble. I got off the hook because I was younger though. So basically, you know. I was young and innocent in those days, so
man,
basically
bro.
they
Yo,
let me off
I'm
the hook. So I got my cousin in trouble, but it's okay. Me and him cool though. Just that in those his dad basically slapped him in front of everyone else. His dad took him to a room, but everyone else could hear what they were doing.
is that
Did you just say he got slapped? Y'all get slapped?
yo? Who's that?
Yeah.
Did somebody change their name? They got a mod wrench. That's some recognized name. Hold on, let me go over here to the channel and see who this is, so I can say what up though properly. I think that's my boy.
Who? Who?
I think that's
Tay East?
uh
Tay Sweet? You go to sleep already?
Tay Sleeps, y'all. Is this
Dee dee
this
dee dee dee. I see dee dee
uh
dee dee. Da.
damn, how did I forget his name? He used to come on around 3 o'clock. Oh no, that's Rolo crazy ass. What up though, Rolo?
Where? Where's
That's my
Rolo?
boy Rolo. Rolo changed
Oh,
his name. I'm like, who is
I
this
don't think he
ninja?
changed
what's his
his
name
name. That's
then?
his at handle though.
Oh.
That's like, with the feature
I
that
never
Oh
seen
YouTube
wait.
him.
decided to do that the way
Hold
they,
on.
show you your at handle though, you know?
I
Ah,
never
so
knew
he's
his
this.
that handle.
What
I
is
never
it?
knew it was that.
Oh, is that what that is? I don't like it.
Mr. Blind, I was thinking about Mr. Blind. I hope Mr. Blind
Oh,
already down there. in Ohio.
Man,
Mr. Blonde, ARD.
ARD. I got to hit up ARD. I ain't talked to him in a minute. Usually I talk to him offline too. Shout out to ARD. I got to check in on
I
him.
forgot.
I don't think I talked to him this year.
What's his
I don't
name?
think I talked to him this year. No, I have. I think back in January we was talking.
Oh my gosh, I already forgot names. What's that guy name? The one that sings. What's his name? The one that
Oh,
sings.
damn.
That's with a B.
It started with a who?
With a B? B as in boy.
It's B? No, I don't think it started with no B. You talking about Go Home Roger. He come in on Roger sometime. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, it do start with a B. Big Mix.
Big Mix.
Yeah, it do start with a B. Big Mix.
And of
King
course,
Black.
D shit.
Hey, what's my other boy name? I ain't seen him in I seen Saint. He popped in on Gary Live. But oh man, what's our boy name? I got a video.
When you abandon us?
Yeah, my bad, man. I forget.
Give me a clue. Give me a clue.
I got to start. I got video. I don't. I wasn't able to play video.
King Blackout.
Not like Baba. Yeah, where's Baba? Yeah, I ain't seen my boy Baba.
He told me a little area of YouTube where he hangs out, but I haven't seen him. But one of those channels came up on my feed, and I went to check it out. But it's not my jam. But I've never seen him there.
Wait a minute. Is that how you was typing it? Wait a minute, like Kevin Hart.
Wait a minute.
I gotta get that sound effect. Wait a minute. That shit was funny as hell. That was one of the funniest specials I ever seen, man. I put that up with Delirious, bro. Help me.
What does colloquial mean?
Me.
Is that how you say that? But when I see 409, I think about like the cleaner, the 409 spray cleaner. Oh, what's the Mr. Clean? Mr. Clean?
I gotta get D Shep back over here. If I text him, he'll pop up.
Listen, D Shep will come up on panel if we talk about anything to do with political stuff and anything that has to do with, a tinfoil hat, and politics, immigration. He likes all that conversation.
Don't say nothing about Trump when D Shep in the building.
Oh,
He'll come and explain it away. He will explain Trump craziness away.
Trump is acting up.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Trump, bruh.
And what's up with the ICE protest? I have not really seen. I mean, they did the King's protest, but
are they still protesting that? Yeah, it did, and they still.
Is it just me? Am I not?
It's just not hot news because people ain't crying about all the other shit. So there's no
the files that were released.
Yeah, it ain't no point of inflating it.
I heard about the files though.
What?
No, you mentioned the files. I heard about that.
Yeah.
I just ain't so good.
Didn't somebody get arrested over there in your neck of the woods?
He don't know about it like that. I just think he heard of it.
No, I know about that. There's even a lot that happened here.
Okay, well, you guys know the Nancy Guthrie, Savannah Guthrie, the Today Show, and like how her mom got taken. That's the one that got taken, and they got the NIST cam. Well, they were saying like that's been a distraction. And a lot of people have been ignoring the the files. I think maybe it has something to do with all that.
Did they ever find that lady, Mama?
No.
Are you serious?
It's
Oh
been 2
man,
months now. It's been
it's a wrap.
60 days.
They done
See, this
tucked
is the
her
thing.
off
If
somewhere.
she's meant to be found, she's gonna be found. I don't think she's meant to be
Man,
found.
she
I think
tucked
it's
off
like a whole
somewhere.
setup, like some sort of revenge, some sort of message. Maybe. Either that or her family did it.
I hate that when that shit happened, bro. That shit wild.
What
Damn,
do
that
you
shit
hate when
wild.
that happens?
When people, get taken and you praying and hoping they come back alive, and then you get the news that they found,
There's a lot
and
of
then
But
like
they don't get found, no, they'll
not
be presumed gone, right?
after a while, take like a year. But this is a messed up thing, just because when you don't get no news, you get that hope, but then you find out that the same day they was taken, they was up out of here, and you just that shit. I mean, I had a friend that happened to. They ain't find his body for like I think it was like a year, like 8-9 months. But we out looking, putting flyers and all that. And then come to find out, like when they did find a body, they said it was like probably the same day he went missing, that he was unalive. That shit just fucked up. And we was kids, so I think I was like 14, 15.
Well, lately what I've been seeing is people missing, but like they're like unaliving themselves.
Yeah, they go off somewhere. Like
my
brother. Yeah, my brother called up here. I think it was the beginning of this year. No, it was closer towards Christmas. It was like before Christmas break. He called up here and told us they couldn't find my niece, his daughter. Like, man, we was going like, because we in a whole nother state. So we call the people. My dad, he know a lot of people down there. So he calling like different people and shit to see if they can help look and see if they heard anything. They found her a couple hours later. Her mom was late picking her up from after school program. So one of the girl's parents took her home and just never contacted her mom. But they didn't tell us they found her till the next day. So the whole night and shit, like we couldn't sleep and shit. No, she didn't even stay the night. Look, they called us. They found her at 9:00. At 9:00, I guess the girl mom had an epiphany, like, oh, maybe I need to take this child home. But they didn't tell us. Yeah, and they didn't tell us till the next day. But they found her at 9:00. The girl popped up, was like, oh yeah, I just took her home and we ate dinner and watched a movie. And then I was like, oh, lost track of time. Like, what the fuck? What can you lose track of time when you got like? I don't even know how the school let you take somebody else's kid, bro.
How old was Kate? Kid.
My niece. No, my niece is my son age. She a couple days younger, weeks younger than my son.
No.
So she's 6.
How are you gonna take in a little 6-year-old and be like, "Where's your mom? Let's call your mom and dad."
But she was with her older sister. Was with her older sister, like 9 or 10 though, like 9 or 10. But still, yeah.
Well, 9 and 10, literally. I'm 24 and still, I'm literally both my siblings have to make sure I'm really safe like that, because, I'm kind of different and all that, literally though, my dad literally makes my younger sister care for me. This is what I have to care for. I have to make sure she's safe and all that though. Literally though, I'm not allowed to step foot outside my home outside myself. I can go outside out on my own for certain things, but not like basic. If I want to go outside, I can't go outside like that. Like basic outside the house.
That is not normal.
No, because I have to show that. I have to show that.
No, you're normal. You're normal. I'm saying it's not normal to pick up some little kids and then never wonder to take them back home or call your parents. they're just gonna spend the night and have dinner and watch a movie. No, that's weird.
Oh yeah, that makes sense though. Actually, I
That's
agree.
technically
Although relating to that, yeah, I agree with you. I remember one time though as well, right? My brother one time he sneaked out the house though, right? Literally though, I don't know what he did though. He found a way to sneak out the house. Both my parents, oh man, they were like upset and stuff like. Not mad, they were upset like that. And then they literally found where he was going. He went out with his friend or something like that. It was like early morning, late night or whatever. He found a way to sneak out the house.
Yeah, I ain't gonna tell y'all my methods
It
or
was that
tactics
close. It was
sneaking
that
out.
close.
I have a
If
lot
they
of
didn't
parents.
find him, no, it was that close that the police would have just come, looking for him, I guess, though. But luckily they found him.
Yeah, I ain't gonna share how I used to pull my Houdinis off. I have a lot of parents mad at me. But let me get my butt off here. Hey, Commander, do me a favor, stay up here for a hot second. I just want
Alright.
to tell you something. But yeah, y'all, I'll be back. We'll try to do the TikTok and simul stream. I'm gonna try it tomorrow. If not, I'll be over on Tickety Talk. We'll go live
Okay.
over there.
Okay.
But
I'll be doing my
man,
thing on TikTok, man. I'm like monetized already over there, I already made it though.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, but
But
it's easier. It's easier to make it over there than it's here. I have to work really hard though.
yeah, it's a grind, bro.
Yeah,
But
man.
y'all know what I always say: care about how you feel. These are conversations to build nations, and if we say anything that resonated with you, do me a favor, hit that share button. Tell somebody, help me spread the word. But until next time, we are out. I don't know if that video loaded.
Good night,
I don't.
Nine.
Good night, now. All right, I'll talk to you, Red.
Okay, bye.